Welcome to Still Choosing You, where love is loud, healing is messy, and nothing's off limits.
Every week, we're talking breakups, babies, boundaries, and all the wild shit in between.
Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? Y'all already know the vibe. Welcome back to Still Choosing You. I'm your host, Nisi.
It's your boy, Chase. I want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. For sure. We happy to see you.
And I just want to say really quick, yes, we want followers, we want views, but that's not all that this is about. This is also about building a community, like our supporters. We want to be a family, be the messy family that talk about the chaotic shit, because that's what we about. We talking love, life, and chaotic moments in between. Do you hear me? But this is just about growing, right? This is about us being a family. So I definitely just wanted to throw that out there. And then for those for those of y'all that has already sent us emails and DMs, I ain't forgot about y'all. Well, we ain't forgot about y'all. We gonna make a little episode strictly for those questions. And I
want to answer some of them bitches.
I just want to say some of y'all messy as fuck.
Well, my fuck nosy and some more shit.
Nosy as hell. But that's okay. We opened that door, and like I said, I am here for it. I don't want to answer all of those questions, but we definitely will.
Okay. For sure. All
right. So let's get into it, y'all. So how do you know you're in love with somebody? Like real love. Not I'm sharing Netflix account with this motherfucker.
Hold on. Wait a minute. That's serious. A Netflix password? We sharing accounts and Netflix passwords and shit? That's serious.
How is that serious?
Cause Netflix ain't fucking around. They making niggas pay extra fees if you don't live in the same house. So it's like, is we paying this extra fee? Because if we paying this extra fee, we committed. And then it's like, or is we just, you feel me? We not under the same roof, but we ducking Netflix on the paying the extra fee, and even then still we taking a risk. So it's like,
I don't know about all that.
That's some Bonnie and Clyde shit already.
I don't know about all that. We break up, I'm changing my password. And if you ain't in my household, I'm telling Netflix on your ass.
That's some bullshit.
But for real, listen, I've seen and I've heard people tell me like, oh, if he opened my snacks without telling me, I know he cared. Like, bitch, if you don't stop that shit, you like setting the bar under the floor. Just like under it. Stop that shit.
No, but you gotta think about it, man. Some motherfuckers ain't never experienced real love. You know what I mean? So they don't know what to interpret as real love. So the smallest issues, the bare minimum, they will take that and run with it as if it's the deepest show of affection. You know what I mean?
And that's why you be stuck in a situationship. Got that shit feeling like community service.
Not community. Clearly, we ain't holding back today. That was a little messy. Not community service.
Now, like how we love, that's what we hear about. You know, brought to us by Dr. Gary Chapman, our 5 love languages. Those 5 love languages are words of service. No, what I say, words of service? Words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, and then receiving gifts. Okay. So I want to say just like a big part of receiving those is not so much about knowing yours as well, but it's also about knowing your partner's and acting on it. So you can't just
wait, but you can't just say that because I ain't know what the fuck love languages was until recently.
I can believe that. Recently, I told you about love languages. So that just means
I knew about
that just means you weren't fucking listening.
No, I knew about
it. No, that's not what you said. You said recently.
Listen. So all this talk with love languages, I'll be honest, I probably didn't know your love language. Because I didn't know what the fuck a love language was. But I knew you. So it's like, I guess I want to know now, do I speak your love language? Do I check these boxes?
It's not a box. It's not a box.
It's 5 of them. You chose 2 out of 5. Do I?
So and that's a myth. People think you can only have 1. You can have up to 3. Even more. I don't know. Maybe you got all 5. But you can have more than one way that you perceive love.
But do I check the boxes?
Say box one more time.
Let's get ready. I want to know. God damn it.
I would say you do. Yes. Yes. You check my boxes
That's awesome.
of love languages.
I mean, you could do a little more on the physical touch part, but you know,
And this is not to say because some of y'all be using fucking love languages as personality tests versus communication tools.
right? You can't be talking about yo love language is personal touch, and you stink. A motherfucker don't want to touch you.
or or your love language is receiving gifts. That don't mean you deserve a fucking Birkin bag. I'm just saying. So I would say you since you brought up my two, my love languages would be words of affirmation and acts of service. So compliment me and then do the dishes. You might get some.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That's true though, cause a motherfucker one day motherfucker came in here, I done mopped and cleaned out the whole house. I'm talking about motherfucker looked at me like I cured cancer, saw world hunger or something. Motherfucker. So you're right. Um, what I learned recently was mine is physical touch and quality time.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Listen, and
Don't
that's
don't 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 do too much. Don't say nothing crazy.
this is what I mean by it's about more than just knowing yours. It's also about knowing your partners and acting on it. Because let me tell you, I got my own business. So I would be in my office doing my work, working on my stuff, and he'd be in the room playing a game. And then out of nowhere, he'd just be like, "You gonna come in here? Hey, what you doing? What else would I be doing in here?"
I mean, but you've been in here for a couple of hours.
Yeah, now. Because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm working.
All right, motherfucker, miss you though. I want to see you.
But this is what I mean by acting on your partner's love languages. Now, I'd rather be in my office just doing my thing and I would be content. I'd be cool. But because I know him and how he receives love and how that makes him feel loved, I went out and I bought a little portable computer laptop, big enough to hold everything. And it can be in the bed, it can be in the chair, but it's not for me.
Oh, that's why you bought the little desk thing?
Yes, that's exactly why, because I wouldn't be in the fucking room. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. We both win. Love you. Boop.
Boop your ass.
All right, but that's like what I mean when I say like it's not just about understanding yours.
All right, but I tell you awesome, and
I said you check my boxes
and do what I need to do and keep my baby happy and stuff. So I do check your boxes.
You check my boxes. Good job. Good job.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right. All right, y'all. So next week, we're going to be talking about those unpopular opinions. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. So, unpopular opinions. We found 5 popular, unpopular opinions that we're going to be discussing.
Say that 3 sounds fast.
And it's going to get a little messy, but it's all in truth and learning and listening.
It's a lot messy. Because, for instance, number 1, right? You don't got to heal.
You just going to jump right into it? Okay.
You don't got to heal all the way before dating. Growth is a journey, not a finish line. I mean, that's true, but to a certain extent. Like, how can you try and go all in with one person and you're not even over the last person? You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like how them old niggas used to say, man, the best way to get over somebody is get out somebody else. No, you gonna heal, take your time and heal, and you know, do what you need to do, like, you know.
That's some nigga shit. Because I agree with that statement. Simply because healing is not just about a person. It could also be trauma related. You know what I mean? Like, or it can be, coming from anything. Like, if you were with someone, some shit happened and it didn't work, but you met this awesome person. And it's also in regards to communication. If I sit here and I tell you, and I'm like, I want to be with you. I want to build this with you. I feel like we had this great connection, but I'll be completely honest. I'm still healing from X, Y, and Z. I may not be able to give you everything right now, but I promise you, in due time, I will give you everything.
All right, but that's different. You commit. I don't know. It's like I said. At the end of the day, it's all the choice if you want to deal with this or not. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I understand that part. But at the same time, what if everybody don't think like that? What if everybody ain't come into this trying to make this work? They still stuck on whatever they was dealing with, and you know what I mean? Like they overly.
It just said that healing is a journey. Like there is no time frame on healing. And then again, if I communicated to you what it is that I'm going through and what it is that I'm still healing from, and you still be like, it's okay, I'm gonna be there with you, then don't fucking complain.
Like, what if a motherfucker wanted you a teddy bear at the fair, and it was a dog, and then motherfucker you the dog, you like, I remember Charles bought me a dog. Bitch, I don't care about Charles dog. Bitch, I don't care.
Okay, all right. Let's run with that. A dog. If the person, it's communication, Chase. Like they clearly was like, it was a reminder to them. They didn't hold it. They didn't get mad. They didn't shut down. They chose to tell you what it was a reminder of.
Me go be like, well, my dog was better.
And your dog, and then a motherfucker like me, like, hell yeah, your dog is better. Roof, roof.
Now we there. I don't feel.
But that's what I mean. Like, as long as you have that communication, and then I get it. I mean, reassurance is sometimes needed when a motherfucker is still healing. On both parties, not just the person that's healing, but to the person that's with you while you're healing. Sometimes that reassurance is needed as well. So I mean, I agree with the statement. It's a journey. There's no time frame. But all in all, don't strip the person's choice to
every time we watch fucking Lassie or Airbud, you can't be talking about y'all dog either. I don't.
Listen, not Lassie. But don't strip that person's choice to decide if they can handle that. If two, if they want to deal with that. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt that like you put it out there and they was just like, nah, it's not for me. I'm not feeling it. Understand that and accept that because until you are fully healed, then that's just something you have to deal with. That turnaround of the no, I can't deal with that right now. But if a person is open and communicates with you about what it is that they're going through and they decide to go through it with you, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. But as long as that communication is open, because that is fucking key, you'll be straight. I think you'll be straight at least. My opinion. What's the next one?
Love ain't enough. If there's no communication, consistency, or respect, you're just trauma bonding.
Oh, I hit that on the nose. Communication is fucking key. No, you can't just say I love you. You can't just go through that lust phase forever. It does not last. You will lose that little spark that y'all have. It's continuous. Just like stop, I will.
You boop me earlier. Damn, what fuck ain't boop you? That's crazy.
Stop.
Okay. But back to what you were saying.
I don't even want to say that no more.
Alright, look. But I ain't gonna lie, I agree with that. You need communication, you need consistency, you need respect. I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Because without those three things, at the end of the day, it's gonna fall apart. So there's no point even starting.
Trauma bonding. That is very significant because let's say you and your person, your partner, your spouse, y'all met at a moment of trauma, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let's say, hell, you just got out of jail and we ran into it. Whatever situation. Y'all met in a moment of tragedy.
Yeah.
And that's how y'all connected. That's how y'all love grew. And that's how y'all managed to love each other, understand each other. But let's just say one of us outgrows it. One of us has healed from it. One of us no longer wants to think about it or even bring it up. Like we're trying to move forward and positivity about it. and then the other person is still stuck in it. So now it's gonna feel like, oh, you're switching it up on me.
Positivity.
Or you switching it up on me, or you not the same, or you that fulfillment that was there based off of that trauma is no longer in existence. That's trauma bonding.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ultimately is going to put you in a place of failure in a relationship, because some people are content and staying in certain situations because it's work. It's what it's called, like a safety net. Okay, a safety net. Not being willing to be put in uncomfortable positions because you're used to what was. That's trauma bonding.
Okay. Well, we agree on that. That's not very good. No trauma bonding. I like this one. We've been together 10 years. It's not a flex if it's been 9 years of misery.
Meaning what?
Meaning, let's say, hmm, let's say we friends with two other couples, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say Chris and his wife been together 2.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jake and his wife been together a year and a half, and we've been together 10 years.
It was Brenda, Letitia, Shauna, but we.
What these bitches want from a nigga? But listen, no, yeah, they been together. You feel me? Then we've been together 10 years. So everybody like, man, that's amazing. That's what's up, man. Y'all been doing this so long. I'm proud of y'all. But at the end of the day, like, only that first year and a half was bliss. We was happy. We was, really getting to know each other, and we was really committed to our relationship.
Y'all was trauma bonded.
The last 8.5 or whatever, y'all just been like floating through it. Y'all got a routine. Y'all just making it work. Y'all not happy. Y'all don't really, you know what I mean?
So you were in the lust phase, and you thought the lust phase was going, make it last forever. No?
No. But yeah, and then so it's like, yeah, we've been together the longest out of these three friend groups. Out of our friends, we've been together the longest, and everybody's like, yeah, that's amazing. But we like, yeah, we was only happy in the beginning. Now it's like I don't even like dealing with us no more. Or I don't even, I'll be trying to be by myself. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't care to be around them no more. It ain't the same.
That's sidebar. I just want to throw this out there. That's just like when you're in a marriage and the husband no longer feels fulfilled. He goes out and get a side chick. That side chick got him floating off, adrenaline.
Cloud nine.
You know what I'm saying? She's sucking him there in the car, random places, shit that he don't normally get in the household. But is it real? I mean, nobody said you can't be married to the love of your life and meet the love of your life. But the way those I said,
if my wife was keeping me from being happy with my girlfriend, I would be upset. Because that's just selfish. Why don't you want me to be happy?
All right. Okay. So it's a flex. But even if that is the case, why stay all them years? Is it financial? Is it for the kids? Man, fuck
whatever
the
fuck it was, they not happy, and it wasn't a fucking flex because they ain't been happy in a long time.
All right. I said we going to. All right. Okay.
All right. Number 4. A man paying all the bills but emotionally unavailable is still not a provider.
I agree with that. But then again, it depends on who you are and what your love languages is.
Man, these bitches don't care if a nigga is emotionally.
Depends on who you are and what your love languages is.
Man, these bitches don't care if a nigga is emotionally available.
That's not true.
Listen, they don't care if a nigga.
I don't believe that.
Let me finish. They don't care if a nigga is emotionally available. They don't care if a nigga physically available. They don't care if a nigga is around. If a nigga gonna drop a bag and account every month or pay whatever a motherfucker need to be paid, they okay with seeing a nigga wherever they can see a nigga.
No, that's not bitches. That's hoes and gold diggers. It's different when you're dealing with a woman. because I can go get my own motherfucking bag. Do you hear me? So is it nice to know that the man can provide and do and I can keep my own coins? Yes. But if I'm already in a state of mind where I can go get my own shit and I don't need a motherfucker for shit, that money don't mean shit to me. If all I want, again, words of affirmation, acts of services, you can't do that if you ain't fucking available emotionally. So no, that shit ain't for me. You're not a fucking provider. At this point, you're a motherfucking job with a weekly or monthly deposit into my account.
Motherfucker ain't say what a motherfucker was providing. They just said he ain't.
It said they are not a provider. It's not shit.
I'm reading. I read the question.
It says a man paying all the bills but emotionally unavailable is still not a provider.
I just say he providing.
So what's a provider?
I didn't say you was wrong.
Well, you damn sure didn't sound like you was right.
I'm just speaking on both sides of the coin. That's all. I can't agree with everything. I agree with you wholeheartedly, baby.
Don't touch me.
I'm just saying. Gotta make it interesting.
Make what interesting? Because we were just saying the unpopular opinions and giving our opinion about the opinions.
Well, my opinion is you totally right. I feel like you got to be emotionally available and available in all the ways that your family will need you to be available to be a provider. You're right. Well, all bitches don't think like that. Bitches be like, man, that nigga gonna pay these bills, drop that bag in his account, and
she gonna go off and suck some other penis.
And he in another state cracking another bitch somewhere. And they don't get no fuck because they got their arrangement and shit.
That again, it depends on your person. If you decide to be okay with that, then be okay with that. Right? But me, my opinion, I'm good. I go get my own money. Done.
All right. Number 5. Not every argument is toxic. Sometimes y'all just hungry, sleepy, or the Wi-Fi fucking up. And y'all trying to watch something. So everybody upset and angry. Or motherfucker might be hot and tired of walking. So motherfucker just upset a little bit. It ain't necessarily at you. It ain't necessarily toxicity towards you. It's just the situation.
I think you read that wrong or perceiving that wrong.
Let me read it again. It say, not every argument is toxic. Sometimes y'all just hungry, sleepy, or on Wi-Fi that's acting up. All right, what I got out of that, right? Not every argument got to be a real issue. Sometimes it's okay to go have different opinions.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I perceived it wrong. So we took our kids to the Dells this past weekend.
Oh shit!
And let me tell you, this one was like 90-something, 95 degrees outside, and baby, it was hot than the motherfucker. So what happened? Long story short, was
I was hot too. Go ahead, carry on.
So what happened was we were taking the kids over to the resort, the water park. We didn't confirm our time for the cabana in time, so it got to somebody else. But we didn't find that out after it took us 30 minutes to find a parking spot. We lost our wristbands, so we couldn't get another one. So we had to pay to get 2 more wristbands when the kids was already gone because we lost ours. Then once we paid after standing in a long fucking line, we paid, we go in there, we try to hurry up and get to our cabana because I'm hot as fuck. Then we get there, ain't no cabana. What fuck our cabana? And I'm like, I give our motherfucking money back. So now we just trying to go find a regular ass spot. It's packed as fuck.
Ain't nowhere to sit.
Ain't nowhere to sit. Now keep in mind, we just walking at this point. Due to health reasons, I can't deal with it. Not too long, especially because I'm flat-footed. I ain't with that shit. I get fucking irritated, and you know that.
I've been walking too.
It's hot. Shut up. It's hot. I'm irritated. I lost my cabana, and there was no other fucking where else to fucking sit. Boop. So I was irritated. I'm not gonna lie. I was very much irritated. But I told him that. I said I'm very irritated because of X, Y, and Z. I didn't take it out on him. I don't think I took it out on him. But long story short, we got into an argument. Well, we got into an argument because I was like, fuck it. I'm going back to the car. And he had my bag with the keys because I didn't want to carry nothing. I was hot. So I get to the car before he did because I'm just storming my little short little ass off. And then I'm like, where you at? Come on, let's go. Like, not knowing that he dropped the bag because we had tried to, get some liquor in. So the bag was full. And I'm like, come on, open the door. And he dropped the bag. I didn't know that.
I'm trying to hurry up and get the keys out the bag. I done unzipped this shit, fall out. I'm trying to catch shit and throw it back in. Listen, shit. All this
so when he finally got the door open, he got in and I just sensed that he had an attitude. And I was like, what's wrong? He didn't say nothing. Now, he don't like being ignored. So when he wasn't responding to me, that added on top of the exhaustion, that added on top of the pain, that added on top of the fucking heat. So I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I do it, my father swung. Damn.
So I swung and I may or may not have hit him.
She hit me.
And and then I walked off. Then I come upstairs and enter our hotel room, and then he already heated. I'll grab my clothes, go take a shower. Now, because we were already agitated and we were around family, we did not want to cause a scene. I was willing to go downstairs in a hot ass car, which read at 103 fucking
blew
degrees.
The fuck out of me, because why is you sitting outside in the car?
So I was out there, maybe 30 minutes passed by, and he apologized first. We was cool after that. But then as we were walking, we kind of expressed like, hey, you didn't like being, I didn't know you dropped the bag. And I apologize for that. And then again, you could have told me that too, and I could have, shifted my gear a little bit.
Oh, well, I feel like she didn't understand the fact that I was hot too. I ain't sitting down. I'm hot. We walking together.
But I also told you could have told me that. You could have said, yeah, I'm hot as fuck too. You ain't the only one that's irritated.
Yeah, but then, you already irritated and complaining. I don't want to be like, man, yeah, it's hot. Man, I'm irritated, man. This shit, because now, what's that doing? That's fueling what motherfucker already got going on.
Or so it would have leveled the playing field, and it would have switched, and I would have switched up my tempo. But we don't stop. We don't know that because you didn't do that. But that we talked about it. So no, every argument ain't toxic. Shit just happens. But it's what you do after that and moving forward.
I'm tired. My fuck just get on your nerves. I know.
So you keep trying, and I'm steady trying to make this a positive, trying to bring the light into this. But
I love you, baby.
You stay touching a motherfucker.
My fuck could touch you. You my baby. But no, yeah, every argument ain't toxic, man. Sometimes it be the moment. Shit going on, man. Overwhelming. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take a step back and practice communication.
All right, y'all. That's all we got for this episode. Y'all stay tuned next week. We're going to be talking about a lot of different shit. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. As always, continue to hit that follow. Continue to share. Continue to drop us those fucking comments. Continue to send us those messages.
Check us out on YouTube and TikTok. We're going to have a lot more content coming for y'all. We're going to try to be very consistent.
We're growing. Let's build this community, y'all. We love y'all. Peace.